Okay, solving quadratic equations using square roots. Now you'll see how easy this is. So here's an example. I have x squared equals 4. Now all you need to do is take the square root of both sides. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 4 is plus or minus 2. Remember, it is plus or minus 2. When you take the square root, you get plus or minus. What you need to do is isolate the square. What that means is you need to get the square by itself. So here I have 2x squared equals 32. Now I got to get that x squared alone, so what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 2, and that leaves x squared equals 16. Take the square root of both sides and end up with x equals plus or minus, hooray, x equals plus or minus 4. Remember to take the square root. Oops. Next, we have x squared minus 3 equals 1. Again, you got to get this square by itself. So I need to add 3 to both sides. I end up with x squared equals 4. And just like before, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. X equals plus or minus 2. Simple indeed. Now, here's something different. Now I have x minus 2, the quantity squared, equals 16. Now I'm going to take the square root right away. So I'm going to take the square root of the whole thing, x minus 2 squared, and that equals the square root of 16. And when you take the square root of a square, it just leaves whatever was being squared, which is x minus 2, and that equals plus or minus 4. Now add 2 to both sides, and you end up with x equals 2 plus or minus 4. So you get two answers, 2 plus 4, which would be 6, and 2 minus 4, which will be negative 2. And those are the two answers you get. Okay? Be very careful on that step. Here's another example. X minus 5 squared equals 5. Take the square root of both sides, and I end up with x minus 5 equals plus or minus the square root of 5. Add 5 to both sides, and you end up with x equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 5. Not too bad. So let's try one more. I have x plus 4 squared equals 7. Now, square root of both sides, x plus 4 squared equals plus or minus the square root of 7. So x plus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 7. Can't do anything with that square root of 7. Subtract 4 from both sides, and I end up with x equals negative 4 plus or minus square root of 7.